Alright, hello, welcome back to a new video. We are day 39 of daily back-to-back episodes uploads. Quite happy with the streak so far. Um, I've been alternating a bit between GeoGuessr and TimeGuessr past couple of days. And honestly, today I want to give TimeGuessr daily mode another try. I'm trying to think in GeoGuessr what are the next maps and goals I should be going for. Maybe we'll list them in like a community post at some stage soon with all the links to all the maps. But yeah, for today, day 39, we are the 15th of December 2025, and let's take a look at the time guesser game and see what we got here. Hoyang Chat Noir. Well, the background gives me French vibes because this is like the black cat. So I'm gonna assume we're in France. This guy is in fact holding up a black cat. It's a bit of a mixed color with some white in it. I kinda recognize this guy, but at the same time, I'm not sure who it would be. But judging by the French language on here, this has to be France then, right? So Hoyang, I'm not sure what this would mean. Matte filter, cigarette type thing. Yeah, let's say we're in Paris. I mean, I wouldn't really have much of a other clue. But this guy, though, is this somebody famous, like a musician, an actor, or is it just completely a random dude? I'm honestly not quite sure for the time being. Let's first go to Paris. I'm not sure where it would be. This looks like the district where like Moulin Rouge and all that stuff is. Sadly, I don't know quite Paris well enough to know where that is exactly. Actually, it's on here. That's helping out. Yeah, potentially we're on this region then. I'm not sure. And yeah, if I would know who this is, that might help us out with the year. Sadly, I really don't. There's a car in the background. Might hold a clue. I'm not sure. I think between late 50s and late 60s if I had to put a number on it. The fact that it's black and white would put me a bit more towards the 50s, but like advertisements, lights, everything looks the car. I'm getting more modern vibes than the black and white essentially yeah, would indicate. So in that sense, I think I'd rather go with late 60s or even 70. I don't know, 68 in Paris near the Moulin Rouge. Let's take a look. Well, this was not good at all. Oh my god. Einar Schanke, Norwegian composer and theater director holding a black cat outside Oslo's famed Chat Noir, French for black cat, theater after purchasing, I'm not sure how you pronounce this, the venue. I absolutely had no clue this was going to be in Norway, and it's early 60s, so the year was not terrible. Yeah, I got tricked by the French language. I just really assumed it was going to be Paris. It was in Oslo, Norway. That was an interesting round. Never heard of this guy. Einar Schanke, Norwegian composer. Interesting. Interesting that they use a French language thing in Norway. Wouldn't really expect that, but yeah, apparently they do. Well, that was round one. 6K score is not terrible. Okay, let's see what we got here. 65,000 paid in jackpots last week. Well, this is gonna be Las Vegas. Golden Nugget. I think this is a very famous casino type thing. I recognize this, but I think I've seen it from another angle. I also think these regions in Las Vegas changed a lot. Like there's like a street that's now completely like has like a roof over it. I'm not sure if it's this one or not. And also a lot more very high-rise buildings. Although they potentially are already here in this image, but yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit older footage here. But to start off, let's go to Las Vegas. Never been there. I've been in California, which technically is not that far away from Las Vegas. But I mean, I don't quite care about gambling, so wouldn't really have much of a reason to go to Vegas, I guess. Where is there's like this, some of the side cities also have like Fremont Street, or I'm not sure what it's all called. Yeah, I think we should just be going with like the where all the big casinos are currently. Oh, here is Fremont. Maybe we should go for this then. Yeah, Golden Nugget. Hold on, it actually is here. Well, potentially they have multiple, how do you say it, like multiple venues of the same name. I don't know, let's go here, why not? Golden Nugget in Fremont, Las Vegas. And the year, the cars probably hold the biggest clue. Sadly, I am not quite that knowledgeable about older cars. Early 70s potentially, if I had to guess. Like I'm getting 70s vibes from this. Yeah, these cars they look cool honestly. They have a certain aesthetic that is actually quite enjoyable to look at. Like there's something cool about them. Yeah, let's go with like early 70s, like 72. Well, it's a bit older actually. It's 764. I don't know. Yeah, the cars probably held a big clue about the year, but like I said, I am not that knowledgeable about cars. Location really good. We were really close. A street scene in Las Vegas, Nevada during the mid 60s. Yeah, good round or better score at least than the previous one. The year was a bit more off, but it is what it is. I like the picture, was cool. Okay, what's going on here? In Belgium and in Europe, they also have some event like this quite often. It's like on New Year's quite often that people jump in like very cold water. It's called like the New Year dive, I guess, if you translate it. And I wonder if this is something similar going on. I think it is. And you can kind of see flags here in the background, and I think this is the Macedonia flag, if I'm correct. Um, so let's say we're in the capital of Macedonia. Let's see if they got a waterway running through it. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure where Macedonia is for now. Um, let's see. Okay, here, North Macedonia. And I think Macedonia is also a province in Greece, or I'm not sure exactly how it works. What is the capital? Skopje, I guess. I don't really know too much about this country at all, to be honest. I think I saw a travel documentary here, and they had like a insane amount of statues in the city, in the capital of Macedonia. But other than that, I don't really remember too much about it. But they do have a river running through it, so I'm gonna assume it's some kind of event where they, yeah, jump into or run through the river or whatever, swim through it. The Vardar it's called. Yeah, the of the river. And the year, I'd say it's quite modern probably, but at the same time, how can we like figure out? Trying to see, people are not necessarily all holding up smartphones, but that might not really mean that much. I'm not sure. Let's try to look at the people clothing, I guess. I'm not sure what we should base our date and time guess on exactly. I think it's gonna be quite modern, but at the same time, I'm really not sure exactly what date to go for. I think early 2010s if I had to guess. So the capital of Macedonia in 2011. Oh, it's not in the capital actually. North Macedonian Orthodox Christians swimming in freezing water of Lake Ohrid during the annual Epiphany ritual in which a wooden crucifix is cast into the water and retrieved by participants. Interesting. It's like a whole type of ceremony linked to some kind of religious thing. Like these type of events kind of happen near me, but they're not necessarily trying to grab a event. It's more like the whole process of just going in cold water. They have like extra elements to it apparently. Well, it was not in the capital, so we took the wrong location, but 112k is not terrible. And the year was not that far off either. 2009, I took 2011. Well, the flag at least was correct. We just took the wrong city. And yeah, cool backstory. Never heard of this. Yeah, it's interesting how in the whole world there's all these type of like unique events and like society. Yeah, I'm not sure what you call it. Like things that people do, and like there's probably so many we don't know about because they're like very obscure or like in countries that are not very well known worldwide. So I kind of enjoy seeing this kind of info. Anyway, let's continue. Last one, not two more rounds. Refreshments. Train departures. 4 train departures to Richmond, Hounslow, Staines, Windsor, and Reading lines. This has to be England, right? UK? Can we kind of figure out where we are exactly? I'm not sure. The fact that they call it refreshments, I enjoy. It's a cool word. A cool word. Platform. I mean, I'm gonna assume we're in some kind of mega big train station, potentially in London, I guess. I wish they had like the name of the train station, 21 platforms. That's a mega big train station, right? I don't know. Let's go to London and see if they have like a major train station. I'm gonna assume they do because I think train travel is quite big in the UK. Where are the train lines? Can we see them? Never been in the UK or London at all. Trying to find where all the train things are. Airports. We probably need to zoom in a bit more to see all the railways, I guess is a better word. Train tracks, railways. I'm not sure if it's the same meaning, same word or not. Do they got like a big station somewhere? Something about a train here, but they also have like the tube, like I think they call it, like the underground train, the metro. I'm not sure where this would be in London, to be honest. Sometimes in Belgium you can see like a whole bunch of train tracks all converging together, leading to like a mega big train station. Okay, wait, King's Cross. Actually, now that I see the name, I know it. Yeah, this is probably the very big station. Yeah, let's say we're here in London, and the year, people are dressed up quite nicely again, but it's a nice HD color picture also. 70s, per late, middle, mid 70s, if I had to guess. Like 76 in King's Cross, London. Let's go. Ugh, not bad. We were close. A view of a Waterloo station in London, so it's actually another station. Never heard of this one. The King's Cross one I do know by name. A view of a Waterloo station in London during rush hour in the early 70s. Well, not a terrible round. We got quite close. The year also not bad, so quite happy with this. Cool pictures. Nice quality for 72. Looks quite high HD. Maybe it's like upscaled or something with like editing, I'm not sure. But yeah, cool picture, cool round. And then last one. What's going on here? What is on here? Grenada Airport? So something about Grenada. Is that an island here in the Atlantic Ocean? Let's see, is Grenada one of the islands here? Oh, not long ago, I actually was talking about Grenada to somebody, but I forgot why. I think I was looking at the boat of Gaben, like the boss of Steam, and I think his boat was stationed in Grenada, and I was wondering where this was. Because I associated with Spain, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily in Spain or near Spain. Like, could as well be an island here in the ocean, to be honest. I also kind of know the name Granada from like a traveling destination, but I'm not sure where it is, honestly. Maybe it's in the Caribbean? It is in the Caribbean. It's actually an island in the Caribbean. Well, let's say we're here then, I guess. In Saint George in Granada. I wonder why I think it's related to Spain. Maybe it used to be like a colony or whatever. Okay, let's say there's some kind of military uprising type thing going on. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, to be honest. In Granada. And what year would this be? Black and white. Early 60s in Granada, perhaps? There's probably a whole backstory to this. Sadly, I don't really know much about the place at all. Let's go with St. George, Granada in 68. Let's take a look. Well, it's way more modern, actually. It's in 83. A US serviceman speaking to the press at Camp Point Salin, Grenada, during Operation Urgent Fury, which aims to rescue American citizens, eliminate a perceived Soviet-Cuban threat, and restore the island's democratic government following a violent Marxist coup. Never heard of this backstory. I'm not sure why I associated with Spain because America is involved here. I'm not sure if Spain has anything to do with this. Maybe Spain has a city called Granada or a province. I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway, not a terrible round. The year was not quite good, sadly. But I'm happy we found it on the map and location-wise, we're not that far away, so that's cool. And let's see, final score. 39k, not mega good, could it be a bit better? The Oslo round that I confused with France really took me off guard, I guess. Anyway, that's day 39. That's it for today. I'll be back with more GeoGuessr one of the next days. And yeah, have a good week and see you soon. Goodbye.